Hi class, in this video we're going to go over some questions in your chapter 5 quiz. So this is elasticity. By the way, this chapter is very math intensive, so make sure when you do the calculations be careful, because if you miss one step in the in the formula, then everything after that will be all wrong. Okay, so alright, so let's look at the question. So the question says, so price of erasers and then quantity for erasers and quantity for pencil. Use the above information and the midpoint method. What is the elasticity of erasers when the price changes from 70 cents to $1.30? All right, and then make sure you enter your answers into decimal places. Okay, so remember the elasticity formula, your price elasticity for demand. Let me write it here. So elasticity for demand equals to the percentage change in your quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in your prices. So I'm going to do this separately. It's easier. You can do it together, but if you do it together, there's always a chance to make a mistake somewhere in there. So I like to do it separately. That way I can go back, check my answers to make sure they're right. So first, let's find out what is the percentage change in quantity demanded, and I'm going to find out what is the percentage change in the price, and then find the dividing at the end. Okay, so the percentage change in quantity, this would be the difference between 2 points, so Q1 minus Q2 divided by the average between 2 points, so Q1 plus Q2, and then divided by 2 because it's the average. So for the Q1, Q2, we have our quantity for eraser here. So let's say this is Q1 and this is Q2. So we're going to do 28 minus 20 divided by 28 plus 20 and divided by 2. Okay. Now you can put everything into the calculator once, but I like to simplify first, because if you do all this whole equation in the calculator one time, you might miss a parenthesis here or there, and then your answer will be wrong. So simplify it before you put numbers in the calculator. Okay, so 20 minus 20, that will be a 8. 28 plus 20, that will be a 48 divided by 2, and that should be a 24. And then we have 8 divided by 24, and if you check the calculator, this should be 0.333. Now, I like to keep my answers in 3 decimal places. Now, even though the question is asking for 2 decimal places, but before you finish the question, so before the final step, you should at least keep your answer in 3 decimal places. Because if you keep your answer in 2 decimal places while you're in the calculation part, at the very end, the rounding might be different. Okay, so make sure to keep 3 decimal places. And then for the next one, it's a percentage change in price. So this, let's call this one 70 cents is P1 and $1.30 P2. So we're gonna do again, this would be P1, the difference, minus P2, divided by P1 plus P2, divided by 2. So again, this is the difference divided by average, right? So P1 is 70 cents minus $1.30 divided by the average, so 70 cents plus $1.30 divided by 2. So this would be, so that's a minus 0.6 divided by, so $1.30 plus, this just looks so ugly. Let me erase this part. So 70 cents plus $1.30, that's a 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So you're going to have a minus 0.6 negative. Okay, or you know what? Let me do this. Let me erase this. This doesn't look very good. So that will be a negative 0.6. All right, and then the final step, we're going to take our 0.333. So 0.333 and divide on 0.6 and negative, right? So this would be, so 0.3, let me get a calculator. So we're looking for 0.333 divided by 0.6, and that's a negative 0.55. So answer is a negative 0.555. Now remember for elasticity, we're taking the absolute value at the end. So for the price elasticity, it's always positive. So take absolute value. And also looking for 2 decimal places. So the final answer will be 0.56. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's look at the second one. Now the next question is similar but a little different. So now it's still using same setup but different numbers. So price for erasers, price for quantity for erasers, and then we have our quantity for pencils. But now the question is asking for what is the cross price elasticity. So for cross price elasticity, we're going to compare the quantity demanded for one good against the price of other good. So in this case here, we're going to compare. So the cross price elasticity, we're going to use the percentage change in the quantity demanded for pencil divided by the percentage change in the price of eraser. So we're comparing the quantity for pencil against the price for eraser. And then for this one, do not take absolute value because we care about the signage. So let's find out what the answer is. So first, let's do the percentage change in the quantity demanded for pencil. So pencil here, this will be Q1, this will be Q2. So we're going to do 22 minus 18. Again, the difference on top divided by the average at the bottom. So 22 plus 18 divided by 2. So this will be on top, 22 minus 18 is a 4. At the bottom, 22 plus 18 is 40, divided by 2 is a 20. And simplify, this will be 0.2. And then the percentage change in the prices of eraser. So let's call this one P1, this will be P2. So I'm going to do 0.9 minus 1.1 divided by 0.9 plus 1.1 and divided by 2. So on top, 0.9 minus 1.1, this will be a negative 0.2. At the bottom, 0.9 plus 1.1, which is 2, divided by 2 is 1, and then this would just be negative 0.2. And then final step, we're going to take our quantity change divided by the price change. So 0.2 divided by negative 0.2, and the answer should be negative 1 or 1.00. Okay, and again, we want to keep the signage, so that's the answer. All right, so guys, that's how you do these 2 questions in your chapter 5 quiz. Have any more questions, let me know. Okay, good luck. See you later. Bye-bye.